Good afternoon. My name is James LeMon. I'm the proud principal of Wild Lake High School. I first want to say about 22 years ago, my wife and I, she finished law school. We were looking where we wanted to move our family. I was in Pittsburgh at the time. We did our research and we looked in Virginia and we found Howard County and we moved to Howard County. It was the best thing that we ever had done for ourselves and for our kids. My kids went to Mount Hebron High School. And again, Howard County still remains to this day, I think, is the best place to live in the country. My name, again, I've been at Wild Lake High School 6 years as a principal. I'm very fortunate and blessed to be there. I want to tell you a little bit more about my background. I was also at Mount Hebron High School for 4 years. And then I went to Batapsco as administrator for a year. Then I worked at Marriage Ridge High School for 5 years, first 5 years it opened. Then I was at Hammond High School. And then I ended up at Wild Lake High School. And I've been very, very, again, pleased and blessed to be there in that community. Until I got to Wild Lake, I don't think I even realized how diverse Wild Lake High School was. I had been in the county for many years. There's over 70 different cultures in our building, a very diverse community, and whether it's culturally or economically, we're just a very diverse school. It's the strength of Wild Lake, it's the strength of our building is our diversity. Our kids will tell you that. And I always ask anyone that asks, our kids make it work. As I'll tell anyone that our students in Wild Lake High School, they make it work because, again, we're so very diverse. Also, going back, some things have happened. When events happen in the country or in the county, it impacts all of our students. Even if it didn't happen in a school, we feel it in the schools. I mean, a year and a half ago when the event happened in Baltimore, the unrest there, we felt it in the schools. We felt it at Wild Lake High School. Our goal is to make sure we're always communicating with our students. Their voice is so very important. We had planned something when that happened in Baltimore for them to have a chance to talk about their feelings because, again, a lot of our students have family there. You know, their parents work down there. It impacts every school and every student. And at Wild Lake High School, I'm very aware of it, and our staff, I think, does an outstanding job of meeting the needs of our students, not just at Wild Lake, but I think throughout the county. And I want to give Central Office some kudos for making sure that we, at our admin meetings, continue to have conversations about how we can be best prepared to support all of our students. So that is a year and a half ago. So the recent events after the election, I have to tell you, you can feel it in any building. You definitely can feel it in our building in regards to some of the feelings our students had after the election here recently. Several of them came to me. They met me in my office in tears, you know what I mean? We have several students that are undocumented, and these are things I don't think a lot of people understand, and it's real. You know, it impacts our kids. So we actually came up with a plan to have an opportunity the Monday after the election for our kids to get together with our staff. Our staff does a great job. They help our students plan it. We had a student voice opportunity a few weeks ago. We had about 80 people participate, students and our staff, and it was fascinating, the feedback our students had. And it doesn't mean that everyone had the same opinion about things that were going on, but it was such a respectful opportunity, and I think that's the key. Even when we have differences, we need to be able to understand that that's okay. We need to be able to work together and make it a workable situation for all. And one of the things that I really took from that after talking to the kids and debriefing with our staff as well, Wild Lake students, they want to have more opportunities like that, and they're going to get them. We're going to do something again in about 2 weeks with our SGA. We're going to have about 150 students involved during the school day when kids can participate. But students want to be heard, okay? But I know our students at Wild Lake High School, I know other schools are doing things as well, but they also want to be a leader in the county. Their goal is like, we love to talk to some kids from other schools. You know, in Howard County, we have 70-plus schools, 13 high schools, but how often do those students get a chance to have conversations? So that's something that we've been looking at Wild Lake, and I know I've talked to Ms. Wise about that as well. But they just want to have more opportunities to share their feelings, particularly when situations impact them directly. And again, a lot of times the situation don't even happen in school, but we know as a school system we have a responsibility. We can't do it by ourselves, but we know we have a responsibility to make sure we're supporting our students and listening to what their concerns are. Another thing we're doing, we had about 12 of our staff that just got trained on restorative practices here, and we just finished on Tuesday, and so we can actually start to see more of the student circles in our building. I have to tell you, we had a couple staff that have already been trained last year, and so they've been doing it for a while, and it's been very, very effective. in our building. But again, I think more of our staff are getting on board with it now in our building, so they can give our students a chance to really kind of open up and give the kids that normally wouldn't have a chance to maybe be heard, give them a chance to be heard. So that's just some of the things that we're doing at Wild Lake High School. And again, thank you for inviting me here today. And Mr. Kittleman, it's a great opportunity for Howard County. Again, I think it's the best place to live in America, and it's because of you all. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.